remorse. Harry digs his own grave without a bitter price for turning his back on royal privilege. Virginia Blackburn has written for a source about Harry's latest demand. She wrote, "In his latest bid to court popularity and influence people, Prince Harry is demanding that he be afforded the same protection he was given as a working royal, although he's offered to pay for it himself." Harry and Meghan really do not get it. The prince was born into a world of enormous privilege while his wife was fortunate enough to marry into it, but both seem belatedly to have realized there is a price to pay for it after all. That price is duty and service, as exemplified by Harry's grandmother, a woman whose shoes the duo are not fit to lick. You can't help but suspect that what's really going on is that Harry misses the fun aspect of being a royal, like having police outriders. I was once outside Buckingham Palace when the police stopped the traffic, the outriders took up their position and the whole motorcade took off. Quite a spectacle it was. But Harry willingly and of his own volition gave it all up. You can't be a part-time royal, as the chap once said, you can't be a little bit pregnant. Nor, after the last couple of years, could the British public stomach seeing those two swanning around, being treated as the great and good that they so patently are not. Nonetheless, the Sussexes are at least serving some purpose. Far from being a threat to the existence of the monarchy, they are making us appreciate what we have. The Queen is, rightly, an object of veneration, and while Prince Charles will never be, and some people will never forgive him over Diana, most of us feel he's a decent enough chap, trying hard to do his best. But it's the Cambridges who give the greatest cause for good cheer. Not only do they seem to have the same attitude to duty as William's grandmother, but their behavior is, in every way, the polar opposite of Harry and Meghan. Given Kate's modest background, they even exemplify the democratic aspect of monarchy. It is not the case anyone can be born into it, but anyone can marry into it. Yes, of course it's anachronistic in some ways, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The core of the royal family gives us a lot more than it takes. And if the whinging, petulant Sussexes chose to give that up for a vacuous life in the Montecito sunshine in a mansion they are said to be tiring of, so be it. Brains clearly don't play a big part in Harry's lifestyle, so he's probably unaware of what he's done. But does Meghan, somehow, somewhere, have any sense that she really could have played a role in the history of a 1,000-year-old monarchy and she's given it up for a deal with Netflix? It's certainly come at a price. Meanwhile, a royal expert says Queen Elizabeth won't go up against the government to support Harry's security plea. Harry's security concerns, most notably his push for police protection, put Queen Elizabeth in a tricky situation. She's his grandmother but also the leader of the royal family. It's hard for her, as a grandmother, to not really be able to intervene, royal expert Christine Contino told Us Weekly in January 2022. She's not going to go up against the government and say, well, you know, you need to give him security, Contino added. Because right now, the Metropolitan Police are saying they've conducted a review and concluded that the threat is considered low to him. The 95-year-old's position as the head of the royal family puts her in one of those situations where she is always going to choose the monarch at the end of the day, the royal expert explained. People can see both sides in this situation, she added before noting it's unlikely royals will go up against the government.